to The Economist magazine, Australia has the biggest number of problem gamblers in the world per head of the population, well ahead of Singapore and triple the number of Ireland, which comes in at third place. With TV sports betting and promotion increasingly unpopular, Julia Gillard has managed to head off an internal Labor revolt over the issue. Key backbenchers have now thrown their support behind her plan to ban some forms of gambling during matches. But outside the party, anti-gambling campaigners in Parliament are angry at what they see as a half-hearted response from the PM. Political correspondent Tom Eggleton has more from Canberra.
Backbencher Stephen Jones was the man within Labor blowing the whistle on the explosion in gambling advertising during televised football matches. He says Julia Gillard's made the right call by banning the promotion of live betting odds when players take the field.
Nobody should underestimate the significance of the announcements by the Prime Minister over the weekend.
Mr Jones had been threatening to move a motion against sports betting in tomorrow's caucus meeting, putting him and his supporters offside with Julia Gillard. That now looks to have been averted, even though Mr Jones had been calling for much tougher measures than those announced yesterday, namely a ban on all gambling advertising before 8:30 at night.
I guarantee you that there will be a good debate around the gambling advertising issues in our federal parliamentary caucus tomorrow. Until then, all my discussions will be contained within the caucus. Good to talk to you.
But Labor's already looking to move on from that debate.
We don't live in a police state yet. So, look, I think it's about getting the balance right. We need to recognise that the streams of income that sports rely upon to make sure that you can all beam into our lounge rooms the live games that we love to watch at home.
There's still some discomfort within Labor's ranks about the Prime Minister's move.
If I was at caucus, I would be arguing that during children's viewing hours that there should be no gambling ads whatsoever.
They went 90. But outside the party there's outrage that the ban only includes the time when players are on the field and only includes live betting odds rather than general advertising.
It's a job that's not even half done. The fact is live odds make up about 5% of total gambling advertising.
But allowing gambling advertising before the game, quarter time, half time, three-quarter time, still means that children and families are exposed to that gambling advertising.
Even some Liberals accuse Julia Gillard of being too soft.
Go one step further, and that is to consider the whole of the period of the program of a sporting event.
The Communications Minister tackled the New South Wales Premier on that call.
Harry O'Farrell should actually stop politicking and start doing something about it rather than calling for other jurisdictions to do things. We've just made a massive change.
But despite strong community feelings on the sports betting issue, a total ban on gambling advertising during child-friendly viewing hours is an unlikely prospect. The federal coalition is at one with Julia Gillard on her proposals.
Tony Abbott came out on this some time ago, so Labor are now trying to play catch-up.
I note that Tony Abbott, who 3 weeks ago was the cheer squad for the status quo, has now come on board.
And debates raging about those on board a very different kind of boat. The Immigration Department's revealed that so far this financial year, more than 22,000 asylum seekers have arrived by sea. They account for more than half the 39,000 who've come in the last 5 years. In the month of April alone, there were 3,400, the highest monthly total on record.